Hello, 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 and welcome to another Tarot Spills the Tea. This one is about me. So, guess what? I'm going to try to keep it short. Excuse me. Because I didn't use my normal spread. I actually just used the past, present, and future. And at the end, I'll tell you why. And even though I did that, it ended up being more than 3 cards anyway, because I did do an energy. So let's go ahead and get started. This is about me and my channel, Indigosage Tarot. And I discovered, an area of vulnerability, and which led me to have to ask a question, to realize that I need to ask a question. So I'm glad that you're here, and let's get started. All right, and we are listening to one of my favorites, one of my go-tos of relaxation meditation music. I love it, and it's aimed at letting go of all negative energy. I don't know why, but Spirit just told me to throw that out there. All right, so just in case anyone may be here and have no idea who I am Indigo Sage, an awakened soul. I do have a spiritually based website at unapologeticallysage.com. You can also find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Alrighty, let's sage me out. Alright. Okay, again, let me just make it clear. This message, this reading is for me and my channel, and you'll understand more towards the end, because I want to do the reading first. But something happened and I felt, okay, how do I address, should I address this? And if so, how should I address this? Okay. And so these are the cards that when they came out, I understood. I was like, okay, got it. Okay, so here we go. Like I said, past, present, future, and then my energy. So the past, and as it relates to that question in my channel, the Tower card came up upright, and the Tower card represents an unexpected event that changes everything. That's 85% of the time. The Tower card represents chaos and destruction. My reading places this card in the 15%. Okay, so it is an unexpected event that changed everything, but it wasn't destruction and chaos. It is the event that, helped grow my channel and brought you guys here now. So, real quickly, my channel has been around since, I think it was, I've been reading tarot for years and years and years, but I made this channel, I think 2019. And the reason why I'm thinking is because I'm like, was it 2018? It was either 2018 or 2019. But in either way, and it originally for years was strictly empowerment readings, decision-based readings, and things like that. Okay, but there was something inside of me that did want to figure out a way to incorporate the trending topics, or the shows that I watch and things like that, and I just didn't know how. And And then plus also I wanted to keep it, filled with light and love and positive energy. And I had a fear that if I went down that road of trending topics, hot topics, and talking about TV shows, I just felt, well, let me say it with all transparency, I had a fear that things would get dark, and I just didn't want that. So I avoided it until one day something happened up in these YouTube streets to where I really had an urge to do a reading on it. And I did. And that is the event that changed everything. Let's continue. So, the present is represented by 5 of Wands, which represents conflict. 5 represents conflict. Wands, I feel like, is the most, 5 of Wands is the most conflicty representing 5 out of the 4 suits. Because, of course, that original imagery is some young boys with sticks fighting each other. And this was upright. So, of course, one might think, well, what, how and actually, and I was, this was the vulnerability and the revelation and everything that I came to, because when I saw it was 5 of Wands upright represents my present as far as me and my channel goes, that first millisecond, I was like, because I promote love and light. I don't fight, I don't argue. And then that second millisecond, I got it. I was like, okay, all right. This had to do with the question I asked. So going into this, part of me going into these, venturing out in the trending topics, hot topics, the TV shows, and all this other stuff. And I've been doing it for about 4, maybe 5 months now. But when I started, I already made up in my mind. If anyone talks crazy in the comments, they're going to get deleted. And especially if they come after me because they don't agree with me. Because I've seen this stuff, and maybe all of you have too. Probably the majority of you guys, if not all, that are listening right now have seen people get attacked in comments and stuff, and it's crazy. Even tarot readers that are just doing tarot reads, if that person is that sign or something and they don't agree with it, they attack the tarot reader. Now, before I started doing this hot topic stuff and trending topics in the TV shows, I never got attacked. Everyone was just very appreciative of it, very positive. So again, this refers back to my fear of pulling in like a lower vibrational energy that I'm not about. And I don't, how can I say this nicely? I separate myself from low vibrational energy. So I figured, all right, the only way I can separate myself from low vibrational energy through the internet is, because I know how to do it physically, but through the internet, I would just, give a forewarning that if it's not constructive criticism, I'm going to delete you, so on and so forth. Anyway, so I've gotten several complaints about me being long-winded, referring to the tarot spills the tea. And I'm going to tell you something. Well, actually, no. First, I got some complaints because I wasn't live reading cards. And I had already said, well, the first person, I gave them an extensive answer. Then and I'm talking like 3 books long, y'all. Then another person came and I referred them back to that first person answer. And I decided right then and there, this is my channel and I can do it how I want to. And this is how I decided to do it, at least for right now. And even in my original answer, and I still stand firm on it, it may change in the future. But with my situation and what's going on and how I have to manage everything in my life, this is the best way for me to do it. And especially since I am big on looking at the imagery, because I have tried to do it live before, but I got to hold that card up and try to look at it at the same time, but hold it up in the camera. No. And then get the lighting right. Honey, please. That was too much of a headache. And I had no control, like at that time anyway. Now I more so kind of do. But at that time, I didn't have control of the outside elements that may interrupt the live video. So anyway, point is, this is what's best for me. And I decided I was going to only explain that once. I did it. And so I just referred anyone, back to that first explanation. And this is my channel. And this is how I'm going to do it right now. So, anyway, what happened after that? Okay, so then there were complaints about the length of my videos, me talking a long time and this, that, and the other. And again, I was thinking, well, this is my channel. I can do it how I want to. If you wish for it to be done a different way, there's two things you can do. You can get your own channel and do it however way you want, or you can go to someone who's doing it the way you want. Now, at the same time, I'm not telling anybody to go kick rocks. I'm not doing that. So I listen to see if they are, have constructive criticism, or is it just kind of trollish? Okay. So the very first one I got, it was constructive because it referred to me, kind of putting in my personal life situations, which since then I did see the point. I got the point, and I was going on long tangents referring to my personal life, but not like, oh, what happened today to me, no. They referred to the situation, and a lot of times I would use my situations as examples, and I was thinking that was good to help my audience have a more clear understanding, because what I'm trying not to do, which is a mistake that a lot of tarot readers do. They assume that everyone already understands tarot, and so they just talk and assume that there's 100% understanding, and there isn't always 100% understanding. And I'm gonna tell you something. Deep inside of me, I feel like there's a teacher there. I'm not saying I ever was a teacher, of students, but I just always want to make sure that we're all on the same page, type of thing. And I like to use my own life because, hey, if I have the example, I use it. However, I've pulled back on that, not 100%. But I'm able now to distinguish what's best. Sometimes I use my own life. Sometimes I use just a made up example. And if I'm able to use an example of that person, because first, of course, I want to use an example of that person's life. But either way, if I dive into my own life, now I'm more aware, and I make sure that it's not lengthy. Okay? So, and that came from constructive criticism. All right? So now, the other one was not constructive, and it was someone just basically complaining about it was long, this and that, and I didn't get to the point and all this kind of stuff. Now, I can only assume that they were upset or bothered that I didn't go straight to the reading. And here's the thing about that. Again, this is my channel, and I can do it how I want to. And what I will always do is give a basic summary on whoever I'm talking about. Point blank, period. Someone may not know who this person is, but they may just be interested in this reading. So I am going to give a full picture. I've always been that person, spoke that way in my life, and I'm not going to change it now. I will always give a full picture. And so anyway, that's what I do. And so the conflict came in because that wasn't constructive what they were saying, and I'm not going to repeat exactly what they said because they were actually rude. But I didn't get mad or upset or anything because, stuff just doesn't move me like that. I'm not easily moved or easily bothered. Really, I'm not. But I asked Spirit to show me, guide me if there's any validity in it, and what can I do, like, besides the rudeness, because sometimes if a person is like really rude or talking really crazy, which I've had that too, you guys, I've had that too. People be trying to cuss me out. They be trying to cuss me all the way out, honey. And what I do is block them, because you're not gonna come up in my space. That's like somebody coming up in your house, cussing you out in your house, and they just, you forgot to lock the door or something, and they just walked right in and decided to just cuss you out. Excuse me? No, you gonna get up out my house, honey? What? So anyway, those comments didn't see the light of day. But especially when I first started, it was a lot. I don't know what had crawled up in people's ass and died. But they've been blocked. So I don't know if they pulled it out their ass or not. And thankfully, I haven't had anyone come after me and try to cuss me since I first started. It was just like, I don't know if that was a hazing or what, because I was a new kid on the block with the tarot and doing the trending topics and stuff. But folks tried to cuss me out like every day. I'm like, what is y'all problem? But I ain't gonna stop. So, go somewhere and chew some gum or something. Anyway, you be better off putting your energy in chewing a piece of gum than trying to come after me. Because not only do I read cards, I will read the hell out of you. But I don't want to. Let's continue. Now, let me say, because me even just saying I can read you down, I didn't even like that energy that came out right there. I haven't had to do that in a long time. I don't want to do it. That's something I don't want to do. So I'm not the type that will get you together in the comments and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to do one or the other. Either I'm going to block you, delete it, block you, and all this kind of stuff. Or if I decide to respond, I'm going to respond through the lens of love and logic. Okay? And sometimes people don't even be liking that, which then because they still, sometimes people see that I'm not attacking them. Like, I'm not going to respond. I'm not going to meet hate with hate, troll with troll. I'm not going to do that. So I can honestly say 9 out of the 10 times when I meet them with love and logic, then we're done. But then there's that one time, there's 1 out of 10 where they want to keep going and stuff. And they just get blocked. So it just really doesn't even make any sense when people try to come for anyone. I ain't just talking about me, but any YouTube creator, when you try to come for them in their comments, they will simply block you. They may not even read the whole. People be writing me essays trying to cuss me. And I don't get why a person would even want to put their energy in such a negative form of expression. I just don't understand it. Anyway, so for the future, the card was in reverse, and it is 9 of Swords. This card in reverse says, even in the face of adversity, I stand tall and strong. I may be on the edge of exhaustion, but I am resilient and persistent. And this is very true. A lot of times I be tired, but it doesn't matter, because when I have a goal, I'm going to reach my goal. All right. So standing in the face of adversity and still standing tall and strong, that's happened the majority of my life. I've been faced with a lot of challenges and still am, you know what I'm saying? And I still feel like a little more than average. However, I know that I have the strength to overcome it. So at first, being faced with all of these challenges that I've had and adversity, and I mean some of the most unusual situations, unusual and unfortunate. At least that's how I used to see it, as being unfortunate. But as I grew older and more spiritual, okay, because I wasn't always this spiritual, y'all. But that's why I can't let them people in the comments have me backslide. Anyway, I now see those challenges that I've overcome and adversity that I've overcome, and I stood tall and strong in. Yes, first of all, they do make you stronger. That is the truth. And I remember being told that by my very religious grandmother and thinking, no, I don't, because I feel bad. You know, I was told I feel bad. This is when I was a kid, you know. But it is true. They do make you stronger. And then that also gave me the ability to be able to relate to like 98% of people who talk to me and come across my path in my life. There's something that has happened with me, to me, that whatever they're going with, I am able to help them see their way out. And it comes easy to me because I've been there, done that, and I can get right in that moment. So I see it as a gift now. I no longer despise it. But then that also lent the hand to me going off on a tangent as I'm doing these readings, which I said in the very beginning that I've pulled back. Okay, so and that's a compromise that I've done, because even with the conflict card right before this one, a part of the conflict would be me allowing my ego to take over and say, this is my channel, I can do whatever I want, screw you. That would be my ego, which would be, you know, trying to battle the people who are just expressing their opinion, whom I would like to be a listener. You know what I'm saying? So you would get nowhere. You know, you don't get nowhere meeting low vibes with low vibes, negativity with negativity. You know what I'm saying? You don't get anywhere. A troll and a troll together, you know, you don't get nowhere. Nowhere. Both trolls stay under the same stanky bridge. So no, I'm on top of the bridge, walking, crossing over it, not to look back. Okay. So you can't do that. So my compromise was to meet, you know, remarks with love and logic, and you know, I pull back on my talking about my experiences and stuff. Not that I will never, you know, I'm definitely not saying that. It's just instead of 20 minutes, I'll make sure that it's more like 2. Okay. So yeah, the future reversed. 9 of Swords, which 9 of Swords upright, which of course you guys, my regular sages, you guys already know I always show them upright, because I talk about the imagery and everything. But 9 of Swords upright in the original Rider-Waite deck has the swords where the person is sitting up in bed because they can't sleep, and it represents them being up all night. So 9 of Swords reverse means I don't have that problem. So I was very okay with getting 9 of Swords reversed. So like in this imagery, instead of the swords, they have these bats and birds and everything. And as you can see, she's sitting up in the bed. She got spiders too, honey. Look like some wasp and all kind of mess is bothering her. And so it was in reverse. All right, so we're good to go. So let's go. Now, excuse me, still have allergies, you guys. And I messed around and bought some allergy medicine on sale, but it makes me drowsy, so I don't take it when I know that I gotta do a video. Anywho, so my first energy card, because I'm gonna tell you right now, I got 3 energy cards because they all rang true. So I said I'm gonna take them. So it's funny because even though I was telling myself I'm gonna do a short video, only 3 cards, I ended up with 6 anyway. First energy card, energy influence. It was reversed. 4 of Pentacles reversed. In reverse, this card means that I am ready to let go of old ways of thinking. Which, as I already said, I was stuck on only doing positive empowerment type of videos with tarot, even though I wanted to do, tarot spills the tea, which was created by me in the moment because I didn't have a name for it yet. I just knew I had a vision of what I wanted to do, but like I said, I had that fear, and but my energy has since opened up because obviously I've been doing it for about 4 months now, and I'm really enjoying it. And for the majority, of people who have subscribed, you all seem to enjoy it too, which makes me enjoy it even more. And I just love the positive energy going back and forth with each other, and that's really what I want to promote. Just, light-hearted conversation where we can take a break and make jokes and laugh. You know what I'm saying? And just take a respite from our stressful life on a daily basis. My channel is somewhere where someone can come and smile. And this idea originated from because I had my website first. My website came first. And that is a place for someone to get spiritual enlightenment, okay? And knowledge, and a community that I've built to let people know, especially a big focus is on people dealing with narcissism, narcissistic abuse. I want them to know they're not alone and it's not their fault. And I have very much experience with narcissistic abuse. Several people were in my life that were narcissists, and they still are, some of them. The ones I could get rid of, I did, and some I can't. But if you want to know what I'm talking about, you're going to have to go to unapologeticallysage.com. Anyway, so I carried on that idea of promoting love and light and upbeat and positive and a bright spot for someone to come when they want to feel lighter. Which is why, if anyone is arguing with each other in a disrespectful manner in the comments, I'm going to delete it. I'm not saying you guys can't disagree, because you can. There's nothing wrong with disagreeing. But if it gets to a disrespectful level, I'm not having that in the comments, because that's not what I'm promoting. That's low vibrational energy, and I will kindly delete it. So, and I am so grateful that I've only had to do that one time, just once. But anyway, and it hasn't happened since. Not to say that it won't, because of course, it may. But so yeah, letting go of the old ways of thinking. Let's continue. Second energy card for me behind that one is Temperance, which represents balance, peace, patience, and moderation. Okay? I'll be moderating, which is what I just gave an example of. People attacking each other or attacking me. No, I'll just delete you. Anywho, but balance, peace, patience, and moderation is what that does reflect my energy. So let's continue. I mean, that really doesn't even need to be explained. So let's continue. The third energy influence and the last energy influence. Now, you guys are see, anytime I say never, God shows me, you said never. Well, I'm in charge. But I was gonna say I would never, to my knowledge right now anyway, have 3 energy cards for one reading. So this is the first that you guys have seen of that. Because usually I have 1, and every once in a while I have 2. But for me, they all were spot on, which helped drive my point. So the third energy influence for me is 9 of Wands upright. And the 9 of Wands symbolizes one's life, which has undergone too many trials, but through their determination and will, they were able to overcome them. And this refers back to me speaking of my experiences and stuff, and how I am able to connect with people. And you know what the thing is, even though I have decided to pull back on me using myself and my situations in my life all the time for examples, and just like pulling back, at least if I do, pulling back on the time, and not getting lost with trying to give you guys as many details as possible. I've pulled back a lot. But and so this is relating directly to that, with the trials and tribulations and adversity and challenges that I've overcome and been through and been faced with and stuff. So I'm sorry, what was I saying? Because I started thinking about the challenges, honey. The 9 of Wands symbolizes one's life, which has undergone too many trials, but through their determination and will, they were able to overcome them. That's actually how all of this even started. I had a dark night of the soul, and more than one, okay, and woke what I thought was all the way the hell up. And it was put on my heart to, do my website, and I did it from scratch by myself, without any like IT training or anything. And I'm proud of myself. I just read a bunch of books, and by trial and error, I did it. It works fine and smooth and good. You ain't gonna get no 404 error or nothing on my stuff. Okay. But Spirit told me to do it. And part of the reason too was because when I became woke, I was looking everywhere for information and just like a community to just talk about it. And I could not find one that fit me. Spirit told me, make one. And I was like, who you talking to? Who you talking to? You talking to me? You talking to me? I don't know nothing about that. But honey, when Spirit, and first of all, let me say, I did not immediately jump up and do it because I acted like I didn't hear that. Anyway, when it's meant for you to do something, they will keep telling you to do it. And so that's what happened with me. And, I finally listened and did it. And I'm so happy that I did. Because my website changes people's lives all the time. And they're, those comments are nice and wonderful. And, it validates how they feel, which is the state of mind that I wanted to stay in with this YouTube channel, because the YouTube channel is just an extension of my website. So going into this trending topics, hot topics, TV shows, drama stuff, YouTube drama, all that stuff, I was very nervous and fearful because I was like, ooh, is that that's low vibrational energy, I think, but like I said, it's been about 4 months and I'm all right. I'll block a person or meet them with love, light, and logic. So, there we go. Let's move right along. Here we are to this. So it was a coincidence. Well, a synchronicity, okay? Because I don't believe in coincidences. I believe in synchronicity. Anyway, so I was working on and still am right now. I just stopped in order to do this real quick because I wanted to release this before I released the video that's getting ready to come out following this, because it's going to be a long one. So as I was working on the long one, because it's for one person, but 2 readings, it's going to be a before and after that I do sometimes. Anywho, it's going to be really long. And so I was going to put this in the very beginning of it, because I know it's going to be over 2 hours. And I've already made up my mind that when a video of mine is over 2 hours, I'm going to timestamp it. And, and the rest of them, if it's under an hour, I'm not timestamping nothing. And, between 1 and 2 hours, I'll decide, like it's up in the air or whatever. And so I know that there's some people who don't like the long videos and everything. And I know just looking at the time itself, oh, this video is 2 hours and 12 minutes. Hell no, so I like to put on the thumbnail that it's time stamped. And I can't immediately put timestamps because when I upload it, sometimes YouTube, I'm not for sure why, but the video is always longer. And so wherever I actually start at, so let's say I start tarot at exactly the 30-minute mark. When I upload it, it might be at the 32-minute mark. And so that makes me have to actually watch it on YouTube myself and mark the times. Then go in and put the times, because I like to be accurate. All right. I don't like to, I'm going to tell you something. This one time I was on somebody's page. I can't even remember. It was like a year ago. And I probably tried to block it out of my mind because, and I don't know if this is my OCD or what, but they said it's around 30 minutes. And you click on the 30-minute and it wasn't it. And then I waited and I waited and I waited. And it's like I wanted to pull my hair out. And I was like, no, I personally am not going to put someone through that. If I say it's timestamped, this is where it starts, trust me, your wait is going to be within 10 seconds. It's not going to be within 10 minutes. So I watch it. And again, that's on 2-hour videos. And again, I do have a life outside of this, so I have to make time for it. So in the meantime, basically what I do is I promise that, it'll get timestamped within 1 or 2 days. Just give me some time. So in the meantime, I don't want anyone to come for me in the comments about the video being long. I don't want to be harassed. So I had created this meme, which is, the same concept as a meme that I had on a previous 2-hour video, where I had the baby, who had a scrunched up face. And, I said, please enjoy this complimentary love and light while you wait. I'm working on it. And that was for the same, reason that I just explained. Now, when I did this one yesterday, I was like, you know what? Let me not put this up there, because that's assuming that they're going to be upset. And I'm not even going to put that energy out there. I'm not even going to make it seem like my people are disgruntled and upset people. Honey, before I could even let go of that thought, I got a message, an alert of a message to me talking about I was taking too long, this, that, and the other, and some other words were said. This is the one that wasn't constructive necessarily, and I just met them with love and logic. That's it, you know. Give them a little spiritual hug and send them on their way, because you got choices. Life is about choices. And I do like giving as much information in detail as I feel like is needed to understand the point that I'm making, and I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to rush myself. This is not a channel of 10-minute videos and 5-minute videos, not even 20-minute videos, okay? I think the shortest I got going on is a 45-minute video. Actually, I think 35 minutes. I think, what's his name? Simon's is 35, I think. And that's the shortest. I have, for the last few months, developed a formula, and I'm going to stick to it. Which is, like I said at the beginning of this video, I give background or basic summary, you know, and also I label these as recaps and reviews. If it's a show, we're going to recap and review it first. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm always going to do that. I'm going to either recap, review, give a basic summary, and my regular sages, you already know that I nerd out sometimes. I call it nerding out, where I will research, you know, and if I find, you know, just other information about them, like I found out, you know, Evelyn Zada got a OnlyFans for her toes. And yes, I put that in there and we talked about it. So my point is, if I find any little quirky information or whatever, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it before the reading, at the beginning of the reading. And sometimes when I do doubles, then, you know, it'll be the beginning of the video and then that reading. And then before the second one, if I feel the need, I'm going to do another, you know, summary or intro or whatever, and then the reading. That's my formula. And as of right now, I'm sticking to it. So no one's going to be able to tell me like, oh, that's just too much. What you want me to do with that information that you feel like is too much? I ain't gonna do nothing with it. I got a couple of suggestions for you, what you can do with it. But as far as me, I'm not gonna do anything with your feelings about my video is too long. This, because first of all, you see the timestamp. You see the timestamp. Well, you should see the timestamp before you click it, so you know how long it's gonna be. That timestamp is not a joke. The timestamp, you ain't gonna click the video and then the timestamp say, psych, I know I said I was 2 hours, but I'm really 30 minutes. Like, that's not how it works. We all know that. And I'm not changing my formula. But what I am going to do, which I already said, that I already told myself, if it's over 2 hours, I'm gonna do timestamps. And, you know, as I was trying to talk myself out of putting this, what we're looking at right now, putting this meme in the front, you know, I got a message saying some stuff about the length and all of that. So I was like, okay, thank you, Spirit, for showing me that I do need it. So I am going to put it in the front. So first off, understand everyone who has been patient and enjoy my summaries and little tidbits of facts and stuff that I find. I'm not talking to you. If you ever see one of these memes in the front asking for your patience, that's for other people who may, like this meme says, has a bone to pick with me. That's for them. It's not for you. All right. You guys who enjoy my commentary and, you know, are not upset by my little facts that I give, thank you so much. You are a sagey. I appreciate it. I appreciate the love and light that you send to me. Okay, I really, really do. All the comments, even if you guys just drop hearts or stars, they warm up my spirit when I see that. Like, you don't even have to use words. I'm just happy that you're I'm happy if I can make anybody smile. Okay, If I can just make one person smile, I feel good. Because that's why I'm doing it. I'm not here on this channel for arguing or fussing and fighting. That's not why I'm here. And I'm not going to do it. So here is the question that I have. If anyone who's listening to the sound of my voice right now don't mind volunteering and helping me out by, when you listen to a video, if I haven't time stamped it, and I mean, it could be any length. It could be the 35-minute length video. If you don't mind, if you don't see a timestamp, because I'm going to try to, as a compromise, I'm going to try moving forward to put in timestamps where the tarot reading starts. Now, usually on the 2-hour ones, or if they're special in some kind of way, I put timestamps on like everything. But what I am going to try to do is make sure that I put a timestamp where the tarot reading starts on my long videos. I'm gonna start there, okay? Because I can't promise every single video is going to do this, because that just would be building you guys up just to bring you down. I got to be realistic with this. So that's what made me realize I need to ask for help, okay? I need to ask my sages for some help. So if you guys don't mind, if you have the time, if you are listening to a video and you see in the comments, like there's no, because when I do a timestamp, I'm going to put it in the comments and I'm going to pin it. And if anyone else do timestamps, I'm going to pin it. And so if you don't see a timestamp pinned, that means it doesn't have one. So I'm going to ask as you're listening, and then the reading starts, if you could just note it, that time that it starts, and just put it in the comments. You know, tarot reading starts at 30.1 second. I would be extremely appreciative. Okay? Extremely appreciative. And I will send you extra love and light. So that's the question that I'm asking. And also, I want you guys to understand you're not obligated to, if you do it one time, you know, you're gonna see me thank you first of all. But don't feel like, oh, I did it this one time, or I did it twice and she thanked me, now she's expecting it. I know everybody's busy, which is why I'm in a position where I have to ask for help with the time stamping. And that's just to create a smoother, more enjoyable time here on this Love and Light and Logic channel. Okay? Because some people may not want all my additional facts and summaries and stuff. And then sometimes you may want to just go back, because I find myself going back sometimes listening to my own readings. The reason why is because I'll be like, I'll watch the show, because I try to get them out before the next show airs. And so when I do that successfully, when I watch that show, sometimes I'm like, I said that. I think I said that. I know I said that. You know, so in those moments, I do want to go right to my reading part and listen to, if I'm doubting, trying to remember whether or not I said that. For instance, the crystal video, honey, the one I just did recently, Crystal Minkoff, I said, I can't remember what position that card was, but I said she is going to upgrade something. It was about materialistic money, coins. And I said, she's going to upgrade something. Very next show played, and she was taking Kyle to her $1 million basement. It's going to be an upgrade, a golfing center, gaming center, $1 million, because he's so tall. But they got it down to $500,000. But in all honesty, she's just saying $500,000. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that. Because I was going to say, we really don't know what the end result's going to be, but that doesn't matter. In the reading, I specifically said that Spirit told me to tell you, you know, and so just, it just makes it smoother, easier. Although I really would hope that everyone listens to my, because this is hard work. This ain't just easy, you know, especially, you know, all these facts and audio that I put into it and imagery and all of that. And so it is for the enjoyment of us all. So ultimately, I would like for us to, you know, my sages to listen to the whole video. But if you don't, that's fine. You don't even have to tell me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that person felt like my videos were way too long. Why you telling me? Why you telling me? Like, if you don't like it, it ain't like I'm gonna go back 4 months worth of videos and chop them all down. I mean, okay. So, like I said, the compromise is for me to attempt to get some, you know, where the tarot reading starts, timestamps. Thank you very much for your support. And I am sending you all well wishes. And please, as usual, I am going to ask that you click like, even on this video, okay? Because I share it with y'all. I share. And I'm always going to be open and honest, okay? Even if it ain't none of your business, I will be open and honest about telling you it ain't none of your business. But anyway, please click like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have a moment or two, please timestamp it for me, right where the tarot reading starts. I would be forever grateful. Okay? Thank you so much. And you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend and have a wonderful week coming right up. All right? Bye.